Hi there, this is Jacky. How are you doing? It's been some time since we last connected, and it's great to be back in this video channel once more. Well, over the past few months, I've been really busy with some repositioning and rebranding of my business. And of course, as usual, there's always been this numerous coaching, training, speaking assignments. And yet, I thought I should just take some time off to create this particular video. And because over the last few months, I've always wanted to create this new video series, which actually revolves around the theme known as communication. And because over the past few years of having been a coach to thousands of individuals from all across this region, now it began to dawn on me that there are certain traits that great communicators, they seem to share in common. And that's why I decided to create this very special video series where I will be sharing with you some of these tips of taking your ability to communicate to the very next level. In fact, this framework that I'm about to share with you has all got to do with this new B.I.G formula that I've just recently created. See, having worked with some of the most effective communicators in the region over the past 7 to 8 years, and having personally been mentored by some of the best, and it began to dawn on me that there seem to be certain qualities that these great leaders, communicators, seem to share in common. And what is this B.I.G all about? So first of all, the branding. Now, when I mean branding, I specifically mean the personal brand. Now, one of the things that you probably begin to realize is happening in this modern society is that now we are today living in a world where personal branding is becoming more important than ever before. Now, in fact, I would suggest that personal branding today is not even a should have, but rather it's something that you must have. Now, if you are going to take your ability to communicate to the very next level, see, it's your ability to convey your message through your personal brand that's going to separate you from the rest of the pack. Now, it's your personal branding that's going to allow your boss to take extra notice of you. Now, because it is your personal branding that makes you unique and so special. So what is your personal brand? What do you truly stand for? Now, because whether you're doing consciously or unconsciously, people around you are constantly associating you to certain traits that they are able to see in you. So we'll be touching on that in the couple of videos to come. I representing your ability to influence. Now, while everyone communicates, now I love it the way John Maxwell, one of the greatest leadership coaches, now put it this way. He says that everyone communicates, but only few truly connect. And I would like to say that only few are truly able to communicate in such a way which they're able to create an impact and influence the lives of others. So we'll be touching on how we're able to take your ability to communicate to the next level by learning how to not just communicate, but to be able to communicate with an end in mind and be able to get someone, to persuade someone, to embrace your ideas. And finally, we'll be talking about the G, which represents the giftings that you have. Now, if there's one thing that I begin to observe that every great leader has, is that most great leaders are very comfortable being themselves. Now, in fact, one of the biggest danger that you should avoid getting into is to try to be someone that you are clearly not. I remember about a decade ago, and when I first came up to this, came into this line, I mean the training line. Now I was trying to imitate and just trying so hard to model some of my mentors, and but I began to realize that after some time that it was just very hard for me to sustain that. Now because it was clearly not who I am. And so it was only when I began to realize who I really was that I was able to master this thing known as authentic influence. And that's what we'll be touching on in the final aspect of this video series. to be able to take your ability to communicate to the next level, because you're able to identify your natural giftings and communicate with authenticity. So with that, if you have yet to subscribe to this video channel, remember to do so right here, and because I'll be sharing with you some really wonderful tips that you wouldn't want to miss. So I look forward to connecting with you again very soon, and yes,